Long time no see. This is Maggie Morris-Calderon, and I'm here to talk to you about Summer Wells. Her missing anniversary of 4 years, June 15th, has come upon us. And for those of us who have been following Candace and Dawn Wells over the past 4 years, have noticed a very dysfunctional family, and Dawn has announced that he's been cleared, the family's been cleared from DHS of any mishaps with the family, and I want to congratulate them for that. And that's good news for their family, and there's no abuse going on there recognized. And I have noticed one thing that really stands out. This is away from any psychic things that I have shared in my past. This is just paying attention. From paying attention, I have noticed that Mr. Dobbs, the man who has the property in the back, from when Candace first interviewed, noticed a mini blue van that was down at the bottom of the hill. Mr. Dobbs has the mini blue van, and he was there. And anyone who's been paying attention, there was a 911 call on June 15th, 2021, of a couple of kids that were playing on the highway. And nobody ever kept up with that information. What happened with those kids? So I contacted the Hawkins County in Tennessee, and they said that I would have to go to hawkinscounty.org and fill out an application for that information. It's $10, and it's kind of odd that it's .org, so I'm guessing that the money is going to some kind of a charity, because that's what .orgs are, is for charity. And I thought, well, I don't want just the report of the 911 call of kids playing on the side of the highway with no adult. I want to know what happened to the children and who are the kids. Nobody ever talked about them after that report on June 15th, the same day. And I'm thinking it was Summer and her brother, the second to the youngest, the one closest to her in age, out there that same day. Because from what I could see, Candace had, or has, I don't know if she went into any treatment programs, but she video recorded herself really high, and I mean wasted beyond what alcohol does, and like popping pills and drinking, or just popping pills. I mean, really wasted, just beyond sloppy, just wasted. So I'm thinking she's a pill popper, and I'm thinking that when she got home, she may have taken some of her mother's medication from that day's visit at the hospital, and she may have taken a rest on the couch, and Summer slipped out the house with her little brother, with her, well, would be her older brother, but the one closest to her age, and went down to the highway. And somebody saw them and reported it. And there is Dobbs. Well, Dobbs also has a little red truck. And Dobbs also kept a history on his Facebook of missing kids. He kept a history of missing kids for months, but never of Summer. Not one of Summer. And when Summer went missing, he cleaned his face up. He shaved and cleaned himself up, and then he disappeared. He vanished from the area. For over a week, he was gone. So this is really alarming for me, and he shuts me down. Whenever I try to talk to him, he shuts me down. He shuts everyone down. He will not talk to a female, for one thing. He won't. He will talk to a male, but not a female, not a woman. And he's quite a peculiar man. I asked him if he was ever in the military, and he wouldn't answer. He wouldn't respond. So I don't know if he ever was in the military, but someone said that he was being investigated by the FBI. I don't know if that's true, but I want to know if his cell phone was ever tracked on his pings during that time, where he went, because during my psychic investigation, I did pick up time framing of traveling towards Canada. I picked up highway traveling. I picked up the Waffle House and some other things of traveling on the highway. And I don't know why I picked that up, but I did share that. And I had no idea where that was coming from. And I kept looking and searching, why was I getting that? And I saw that Candace was really still getting wasted and getting high, even though the house was coming along. Don was going to jail for drinking and driving, and the house was still coming along, and they were still lapsing. They kept lapsing. And Candace's time during being alone without her kids was just, to me, a disgrace and behavior. And we found out she didn't cook and all these other things, and she was interested in another man, and I mean, that was wild. And everything there was just no responsibility, not taking any responsibility for their actions whatsoever. And I was just hoping that eventually they would, even though I know they love their kids, and I don't think they would do anything to intentionally harm their kids. I really don't. And I don't think that anything intentionally was in harm towards Summer. I don't pick that up. I don't believe that. And even though I have some negative opinions of Candace and the behavior of her as a parent, I hope that she learns how to cook, for one thing, because she's probably going to get her kids back. And I hope that she has controlled her substance abuse. Abuse is a hard thing to get over, and there's a lot of triggers that come in factor for that, and it's a constant putting new files in your brain to rely on, and to a lot of hurdles to get over, and staying clean. So I think that the kids, if anybody can find out any information about the kids on the highway June 15th that were reported to 911, if anybody can find out anything about those children, is what we need to find out. What happened to those little kids? June 15th, 911 call. It would help us out a lot, I think, with the progress. I think that there's a reason why that sheriff is rude to everyone. That is too strange. There's no reason he should be rude and abusive towards us, to the public. That's a really weird thing about him. And he's hiding something. Nobody should be rude and want to shut us down the way he is. There's something about him that's not right. And I mean, that's just too strange, because he should want Summer found, and he should want us to help. And for that behavior just doesn't make sense to me. So anybody who could find out anything about those two little kids that were reported on the 15th would be a great help. To pay the $10 or the Hawkins.org, I think you're just going to get the police report. You're not really going to find out anything about who those kids are. Maybe you would, or what happened to them, whose kids, who's the parents, you know, I don't know. But it would be eliminated if it wasn't Summer. It would just be eliminated off the checkbox list. If we can't check that off the box, it's still standing out. Could be Summer, could have been Dobbs involved, in my mind.